Hi, everyone. It's Anne and April. We're back again. We're going to do some fun Christmas tags today, and we're using all 12 by 12. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Sorry. It's not streaming onto my Facebook for some reason, but that's okay. Um, so we're going to be doing 12 by 12 supplies, basically all our cardstock. You can get, I think mainly I'm using just 12 by 12 cardstock, of course, but even my glue, Barely Art glue, and my foam strips can all be you can order them all from 12 by 12 cardstock shop.
And I'm using a big majority of their specialty papers. I kind of went a little crazy. I decided to do everybody's tags. I grabbed, I think I'm doing 6 different tags here, but
Oh
each
my
one is
gosh.
a different theme. So for this one, I'm going to be doing kind of like a Sonic theme. So it has the gold, the blue, the red,
Yeah.
the yellow, and I am loving this paper. It's like it
Oh,
has it's like a royal blue and it has like a shimmer, and it's part of their pearlescent line. I think it's called like Fairview, and
uh-huh.
I saw it and I was like, "Oh, Sonic!" That's Sonic to me. So I tried to do theme like princess, Minnie Mouse. I did one that's blue and orange, Blippy. My nephew wanted a Spider-Man one. So without doing the characters, I tried to stay in tune with the colors, and I'm really loving the
I
special.
love it. You are so good. I love that so much. So, so the reason why I went back to tags is if you remember last month we went and we did this one, and it's been a while. Like, you know how sometimes like you look at something and it performs really well like on Instagram or on TikTok or whatever. And like I don't know. I have not been doing very well on Instagram. But on Instagram, on this one, it just kept going. Like people kept watching it, people kept liking it. So at this point, we're up to like 220,000 views.
Wow.
So for this one, so I was like, okay, you guys want shakers. So let me go back to Design Space. And I did a couple of more shapes. So I did this one, which I love. It's like a big old like ornament. Um, I did the star one, and I thought like everyone would like a star, but this one's a mistake. And I'll show you why. Because it's not that easy to it takes a long time to put the foam strips on. Like it didn't the first one I did was a circle, right? So I just thought, okay, yeah, like we'll do it. And so I'm coming up with all these different shapes. And when I went to go do this star one, I'm like, oh, this is a pain in the butt. So I'll show you. I don't recommend it. Both April and I have these projects in our Design Space profile. So if you go to Cricut, if you go into Design Space, and I think I do have it up over here. And then what you want to do is you go to the home page and you go into the search bar. And for me, I think you can find me by just typing in the useless crafter. So let me double check before. And April, feel free to start crafting if you want to, but
Okay.
I'm still setting up. So yeah, so actually if you search in the toolbar like section and just put the useless crafter, then do I see? Oh yeah, I do. All the way at the bottom is where they show community members. And so you'll see me there. So if you go and you click on the useless crafter, you should, while you're there, just click follow. So that way you can always find me. But I am committed to doing one free project a month in Design Space. So once you're there, then you can see all my gift tags. I did another gift tag. It's the present. So let me show you what that one looks like. Oh, there we go. I like this one a lot too. And you can add, like I added an
And that's
actual cardstock bow to it. But one of the things that I like about this one is the fact that there's like a little bar right here. So I actually put I built it around here so that my shaker bits don't fall all the way to the bottom. So there's always some still up here because that's, I don't know, it's just a pet peeve of mine. So I like that this one allowed me to have that shape up there.
That one is so cute. I mean, they're all cute, but that's just a little extra more cute.
Thank you. Thank you. So I love my gold. Like gold is my color this season. But I also well, one, because I love this is my favorite glitter cardstock. It's the sequins glitter cardstock. And I know, right, April? Like once you do
Yes.
this one, it's so hard to go back to any other one because it's just so beautiful. Oh, you have it too. We're both like, oh, you can't, you just can't go back. So I have regular acetate paper and I also have the stars one, also from 12 by 12 cardstock shop. So I want to compare the two for you guys while we're doing this. So I kind of like the extra gold in there, like with everything. This one's plain, this one has the stars. So I'm going to do both. And then the other thing that I like a lot is their foil paper. So
I
I'm
love oil.
using yeah, I'm using the red. So I'm going to show you the red as well so that you can kind of see the difference. Um, I did have a couple people send me DMs that showed me a picture of their project using my file and they're like, it looks different than yours. And a couple things that I noticed was when they did the name, right now I mean, when I first started, I really liked the thick offset. I've definitely gone towards the thinner offset these days. So that was one thing that I noticed is the offset was mine was much thinner. And then the other thing was the gold, the colors that were used and the cardstock that was used. So it was obviously the same design. So all right, we'll get started.
I think on mine, I put a little blurb of instructions on there. And
Mhm.
I also put, like, when I do an offset for a name,
Yeah.
I typically do like 0.075, 0.085.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and usually I've noticed that, like, if you have your, like, sometimes if you have your design and it's a lot larger on the screen than it's going to actually be, and you use those same presets, it'll be thinner or larger. So it actually also depends on the size of your design, how you have it on the canvas. So if you shrink it down to actual size, you'll get better results when offsetting.
I agree. All right. So I always go to Michael's after the holidays, right? Like whatever season it is. So after Halloween, I'll go in November, right? And the sprinkles are always heavily discounted. So I like buying the sprinkles. This one's actually from last year. I mean, I probably bought it for 50 cents or something like that. So these are the Christmas holidays. I'm going to use it for my shaker. I like the way it smells. I love the sound that it makes. And it's just different than like the normal shakers that we use, like the foam balls and stuff like that. I love all of it, but I like using the sprinkles a little bit more.
I'd never considered that. That's really cool.
Yeah, I learned it from Christian, from Christian's Crafty Adventures. I always forget her handle, but Christian, her mixes, she makes. I mean, there's just like a fine art to like every little thing that you do, right?
Seriously.
So I love, like, she's so good at that. All right, I'm gonna do this one. I really want to try this.
For people who do
And
like Bell
mhm,
Christmas, these colors are so pretty. I'm using like a matte or textured pink. I think it's
mhm.
fussy,
Oh,
and
yeah,
and
I love
then
that color.
still the sequin cardstock in like a pink color for the name. Do you have a favorite?
I Oh, do I have a favorite?
Yeah, that's not.
Um, I do. I love my turquoise mist. I use that for everything. I use it for Christmas. I use it for Valentine's Day. I love the turquoise mist with a pink or a red.
Oh,
It's like
nice.
my absolute favorite. Okay. So I'm just cutting it off. But you see, that was like so easy. It's one line. And then you go and you do the stars, and you're just like, I should just throw this away.
You're using the extra tall foam tape?
I am. I am. That's my favorite.
I love that. I still
So
can't.
April, I saw a picture of your project for the 12 by 12 Chris 12 by 12 cardstock. What do they call it? The paper crafting event,
The
right?
12 Days of
Okay.
Christmas.
12, yeah. I'm getting them all confused right now.
There's so many, and you're participating in so many of them.
I know. But I saw your project. It looks so cute. Do you have it on
Thank
handy
you.
to show
I
everybody?
do. I do.
Okay.
So this is my project. It's a hanging door sign.
It is
And
so pretty.
thank you. It's got a lot of little pieces, but the SVG, honestly, it's really simple to cut. And you can use all the different specialty papers. I really liked using the red foil and the green glitter in there. Um, of course, I used the Snow Bunny Encore for my white because I'm a stickler for like white that cuts perfect. I love it. I actually put it up on my tree to take pictures of it, and I was telling my husband, I was like, I don't even have to put it on the door. Like I could literally just stick it on the tree, and it looks cute even there.
It
So,
is, it does not look like a paper project. Can you put it on your desk so that we could
oh
see it
yeah, of
too?
course, of course.
It
Sorry.
is, it's so pretty. I love that you mixed all these different fonts. So like when you go to make it, everything's ready, right? Like I don't need to type out anything, like it's all. So I'm definitely downloading it. Okay. So let me hit the questions first because I think there are some I forgot to look at questions or comments. Um, so let me see. It says the Sequin cardstock is beautiful. Is that from 12 by 12? Yes. And then you know what? I should probably look at my comments from YouTube just so that I could see it better. Um, and then let's see. Are the sprinkles the edible sprinkles or the polymorph sprinkles? They're edible sprinkles. One of the common questions that I get from that one is, you know, do they? Oh, hold on. Let me turn off my thing. Okay. Is if they get moldy or old or whatever, and it's sandwiched in between acetate papers, so I have not, I mean, I've kept some where, it's just on display or whatever, and I haven't had any issues with it because there's no moisture. Um, and I don't know, the weather here is like fine. So, like, I don't have extreme weather. So, I don't know if that impacts it, but I haven't had any issues with it. And it's totally sealed. So, I haven't had, yeah, I just haven't had any issues. Let me see, what else do we have here? Okay. Yeah. And April, that sign is so beautiful.
Thank
So
you.
if you want to do, so 12 by 12 cardstock is having this 12 days of Christmas event. It's totally free. So what you need to do though is you do need to sign up for it, and shoot. I don't know if I have the link readily available.
I have it in my notes, but I can't get my phone right now.
Yeah, I know. We're both like, how do I get this? Give me a second. Let me find it, and then I will drop the link in. I think I have it in my. So okay, so let me tell you about it while I look for it. Basically, you need to sign up for the newsletter, and every day, once the event starts, every day, an email will go out for the one project for that day. So you want to sign up for it because let's say you realize, oh, on day 3 I really want to do this because I loved all the crafts from days 1, 2, and 3. when you sign up, it's going to be too late. You're not going to get anything that has already passed. You're only going to get what is coming, what's left. So you might as well just sign up now. And that way, you're just ready for the projects and they're free. So, I have to ask you, April, on yours, did you list out all the colors that you used, like the individual?
I have my list. I need to give them my list still.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go
Uh,
ahead and list them all out so that way everything is um, all the colors that I use, all the supplies that I use. And the one thing that I will say, so these peppermints and the candy cane, they are print and cut. However,
uh-huh.
are that you can flatten them or you can go ahead and cut them. Like it's not a separate PNG. So that one will come, it'll be grouped together. And so they can choose to either flatten it, do print and cut. Me personally, I like to do the print and cut for these little tiny pieces.
Yeah.
It made it so much easier. But if they don't have a printer or don't want to and want to do it completely using cardstock, that's totally an option too. So it is formatted so they can use it either way.
I don't love print and cut for like I don't like doing an entire project of just print and cut,
Yeah.
but I mean obviously that project is so beautiful. You've got so many different layers that a little bit of print and cut here and there is not going to distract from it. It's just going to be like it'll just make life easier. And I that thing is so pretty. Um I want to
Thanks.
just like know what the colors are. Like I'm going to order everything. Like I love that so much.
So definitely for the blue, my favorite one to use, and I actually just bought, I think the last 3 packs that were online this morning on 12 by 12.
You did not.
I did. It said
Okay.
it said 3 left in stock, and I said, "Sorry, guys, I need them." Um,
Oh my gosh.
I go through so much of the blue. I use Star Mist. I love
Star
it.
Mist. Okay. I have that color, but you know what? I don't use it a lot.
Oh my God, send it my way.
Okay, I'm gonna. All right. Yeah, it's so funny, right? Like you see it and it either speaks to you or it doesn't. And I totally have used it, but now I feel like, am I missing out on something?
You are
I'm
because one of my favorites.
okay. Okay, I will. I will go and look. I
I
have it. I just haven't even refilled it. Like
well,
I don't use it enough.
I was gonna say there's another blue that people use a lot, or I see them use a lot.
Uh
So,
huh.
light blue, you think powder blue, right?
Uh huh.
Here's powder blue, which is pretty light. And then here's my Star Mist.
Yeah, that looks more like the blue that you would want to use for like a baby shower or like there's just more because that other one is almost like right now on camera, it almost looks gray.
Yeah. And in some pictures, it almost even the powder blue, I feel sometimes against white, it almost looks like it blends in with it. So
Yeah.
I love to
Yeah.
use Star. And then I use the red foil. Um, so the green is it's from Coordinations.
It's
So
so that sign is seriously perfection. I love it so much.
and when you make it, I want to see it.
I I know I'm like shoot, I got to make it fast because Christmas is going to be over. So if I don't, you know what I mean? Like it's one of those projects where you need to do it. But
Yeah,
so I have I have more questions for you. Sorry.
of course, of course.
Now, like for instance, the North Pole, is it when I go to do that, is I wouldn't be able to change the words, right? To use that
Um,
font because
no,
it's not a Design Space file. Did you design it
right.
in Design Space?
No, I actually designed it in Silhouette.
You did. Okay. All right.
So,
Because I was wondering if I could edit and then turn it into like another holiday or something. But
Or even turn it, you know what, I wanted to put a side note on there and say, like, instead of using the North Pole at the top, you can even put like your family name. Like for me, I was considering just putting like Gonzalez up at the top and hanging it
yeah.
on our door. And, instead in place of a wreath or something, just like, it's up there. Um, but I am going to go ahead and when I put together the list of the cardstock that's used, I'll go ahead and list the two fonts that I used.
Okay.
They're both from Creative Fabrica.
Oh, perfect.
So
Do you have an affiliate link for Creative Fabrica?
no, I need to get one.
Okay.
I need to
Well,
get
you
one.
could, okay. So if you go to Creative Fabrica, because she doesn't have one, I have a code. So you can use the Useless Crafter, and that will get you 30% off the subscription. And I love it. It's one of the few subscriptions that I have. It is okay. So here's a trick question. If you better say yes to it. do you do you use Font Cloud from Creative Fabrica? Have we talked about it?
Yes.
No.
I have not heard of Font Cloud. What is that?
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. Well, first of all, wait, before we get I saw on here because Magical Crafty Mama said that she's making my product from this craft miss. So or craft event. So give me a second. I'm gonna show you mine. And then we're gonna talk about Font Cloud. We're gonna talk about Creative Fabrica. And then let me put this down. So okay, so Font Cloud is awesome. First of all, you don't have to have a subscription with Creative Fabrica. You just need a free account. So, if you hold on, I'm going to give you guys the link too. Oh, thank you, Magical Crafty Mama. See, that's why she's one of my favorites. She says she loves Font Cloud, makes it so easy to see all your fonts. Yes. Um, and also, if your computer crashes and you get a new computer or you go craft at your friend's house, you can just bring up Creative Fabrica online and then log in, and all your fonts are there so that you don't have to, you know what I mean? So it's
I
not
love
like I got to remember, like, and especially like with laptops, because, we're crafting forever, right? So at some point, you're going to change out your laptop, and all the fonts that you downloaded to that one, it's so much easier to so basically I would bring up Font Cloud, and let's say I'm making something for Charlotte. So I'm going to type in Charlotte. It will show me what Charlotte looks like in all the fonts that are available. And then let's say I like Daisy font, and I go and I realize, oh, I don't have Daisy font on this device in my Cricut design space. I can just download it from there. I don't have to remember where I got it from. So
Oh,
it's like a font manager for all my fonts. So
and
although
that's
I will
completely free.
say
It's
it is
completely
free. It's completely free. If you have a subscription, you have more storage space because you have to upload the fonts into there. So when you go to download something, you know how you double click on it and you install it?
Mhm.
You need to do one more step. You then go into Font Cloud and upload that font so that it is on your in your Font Cloud forever and ever and ever. And so I love it. Now I don't have to manage my fonts at all. Like I don't have to remember where I got it from. Do I have the license to use it? Like what? I don't know. Like I just do everything from Creative Fabrica. I don't even bother getting fonts from anywhere else these days. Do you?
Every once in a while, I
You
will
still?
go ahead and download fonts from Etsy,
Uh-huh.
and um, I used to get most of my fonts from Silhouette. So even though I don't use a Silhouette, but I used to go into Silhouette, I think it's Silhouette America, the store, and
Uh-huh.
download fonts from there. And then Creative Fabrica came out, and I was like, oh, bye.
Yeah, I mean, I love scrolling. Like I will just click on
Mhm.
fonts and look at the first two pages because I mean, you could spend hours looking at fonts, right? But I will just let myself browse through the first two pages and screens, and pretty much I'm gonna find something that I want to use. So I've given up everything else, and I go to Creative Fabrica. I don't even look at Design Space fonts anymore. I just don't even bother.
I'm definitely
Um,
want to download that Font Cloud because I shuffle between three different computers. I have a desktop here, I have the laptop, and then I have a desktop at work. So, and all
Right.
three times in my downtime, don't tell my dad, I'll be on design.
Yeah, I mean, so you don't want to always have to like download. Like, if you really like a font, you're like, oh, wait, let me download it here. And then let me download it on this one. And let me, now you
Yeah,
can just upload it into Font Cloud. And when you want to use it, you can download it. All right, let me look at some comments. Let's see. Um, how do I get the files? I paid for the VIP. I'm assuming you paid for VIP Christmas, so
kiss me.
XOXO Christmas. So when you signed up for the VIP pass, you got an email, and in there is a link. The link is good for 24 hours. So if by now, I'm assuming you didn't click on the link. So if you go back to your Gmail or wherever, whichever email you used to sign up, um search for XOXO Christmas, and you will get that one email that says, you thank you for purchasing. Click on the link again. It will give you it will send you a new link that is good for 24 hours. Unfortunately, that's just how Squarespace works, and that's the site that hosts my website. So the links are only good for 24 hours, but you can constantly get a new link. So thank you for getting the VIP, Norma. I hope you win something from the crazy 12 days of raffles. But yeah, so let me know if you run into any issues, then you can go send an email to info@theuselesscrafter.
I'm trying to
Um,
win something too.
yeah, what's that?
I said, I'm trying to win something too.
Oh my God, I know. I mean, did you get a chance to look at the prices?
I did. I did.
They're so I mean, the raffle itself has thousands of dollars worth of prizes. We've got really big prizes, like it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger as the days go by. Um, I I mean, there's a Sawgrass printer. There's all these sublimation products from Craft Express, Sawgrass. The Bloomsy machine, that balloon machine that I love so much. I mean, these are big ticket items. They're $500 each, and it's grouped together with other things. It's really, really good. All right, let me go through the comments real quick. Barbara says, I didn't know about Font Cloud. I use Wordmark, and it automatically loads all my system fonts so I can see what they look like when I type a name. And I like Wordmark for that, but I feel like Font Cloud takes it one step further. And I'm really just thinking about long term, because about 2 years into crafting, my desktop like my main computer died, and I switched out, and I basically started all over with my fonts again. So that's why I like Font Cloud, is that I can just now, I don't have to re-download everything. I only have to download it when I want to use that font, and I haven't downloaded it yet on my new device. Or if I go craft at someone's house, like it's kind of nice that, if they don't have anything, like I can go in there, log in, create something, and make it. Um, the Crafty Battle says, what's the difference between using Creative Fabrica versus Design Space fonts? Um, I feel like Design Space, they do have a lot more fonts than some other apps, but they're still lacking in the like cutesy fonts, like the handwritten, like with all the swirls and all that stuff. So that's why I like.
Or even
um
some of the themed fonts too, because like if you're looking for a Barbie font, you're not going to be able to really find that on Design Space.
True, true, true. Yeah, good point. Let me see. Oh, there it is. All right, let me see. I think we hit all the questions. So this is my project for 12 by 12. Um, it's a little peppermint swirl. There's a shaker on top. And what I like is it's this container, and you can put, it has a lid. So you can put cookies, like baked goods in there, candy. It's really big, and I'm not going to tell you the size of it because you need to wait to get it, and then it will give you the link to go purchase it, the actual size that this is made for. And then on the back, it's got a little perforated little tab, so you can just peel. Oh, I forgot to pull this one back when I did it. But you can just peel it off. Hold on. Yeah, this. So I, in my YouTube tutorial, which I did not follow when I did this one, you want to bend this back before you put it on, but then that way someone can just rip it off and then have the whole thing. It's so cute.
That
I
is
love
so cute.
it.
So cute.
I love it. All right. So here is my red one. I don't know how you guys feel. It just doesn't compare to the gold.
No, the gold definitely has that extra little pop.
And even though this one is pretty because it's the mirror, it's the foil cardstock, it just doesn't, I don't know. So anyway, that I have those two to compare. And I didn't use the same colors, so it's not like a totally fair comparison, but I love this gold. All right. Let me show you the star one and why I hate it so much. Every time the line changes, I'm trimming my foam strips. So that is why this is not a good idea. Because it's too thin, right? It's too thin to just fold it and keep going. Because that will make it so thick and you'll be able to see it. Why are you looking at me like that?
Have you tried putting the foam on the red foil part or no?
You want me to do it on this one first? Like just
Are,
behind it?
mm-hmm.
I can, but I feel
You
like
have
it's
to
just,
you have to glue the acetate before you do that part.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I would put the acid. Yeah, could you imagine?
Sorry.
Like, oh, right. um, the first time I did it, it was like it kept bulging out, but you're right. Like I could probably squeeze it. All right, I'm gonna do that. Hold on. This is why you craft with a friend. So I'm gonna do it again. So I'm gonna put don't forget to put your acetate layer on first. And I do specifically like when I go to slice this out, and I'm gonna do a YouTube tutorial on how you can do it on any shape that you want. Um, but and it's not difficult, and you may already be doing it. But one of the things that I like to do is the foam strips are less than 1/4 of an inch wide, but I do 1/4 of an inch offset so that way your foam stays kind of like in the background and it doesn't pop out. So it gives you a little bit flexibility, so you don't have to be perfect when you're putting it on. Um, Sarah says, wait, I've been asking about Font Cloud. I missed the combo. I wanted to know, is it worth it to download the app and program? Sarah, are you crazy? Yes. You need to get Creative Fabrica. I love the subscription. And if you don't have the subscription, um, use my code because you get 30% off and it's worth it. It's one of the few subscriptions that I have. But yeah, I love the subscription because you get all the fonts, and they come with a commercial license. So what's nice about that is if you make it and you want to sell it, or you don't have to keep track of your fonts. So I like it for that. Not that I sell anything, but I like to not have to worry about it. And then I use Font Cloud. So all my fonts are on there. You know what, April, you're right. It does fit in here. I don't know why. The first time I must have just not, I was sloppy or something because I did it this way and I was like, oh, it's sticking out. Okay.
Yay, it works.
Yay. So now you can keep this star shape. And, but yeah, so use the Useless Crafters, and I think it's either the Useless Crafter or the Useless Crafter 30. Sorry, I don't remember my code. Okay. And then when you do this, April, do you put any glue like where you're adjoining them? Like, when you use a new strip, like these two, I have an opening right here.
I usually don't put any glue.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, just I'll cut it so that way it's like hitting it and there's no
Yeah.
gap between.
I always like open it a little bit and I do put a little bit of glue.
Really?
I don't even use thin sprinkles, but I just get so paranoid. Okay.
There we go. Can you tell which character this one is?
It's Blippi. I love it. That's cute.
Thanks.
I love when something's like purposely like clever like that. It's so stinking cute. One of my favorite things to do for Halloween is whenever I do a character for like a cake topper, for instance, like Hello Kitty. I love having Hello Kitty dressed up as like Snow White, or so this kind of reminds me of it because it's the elf, but like in their style.
I love it. I love putting a unique twist to everything. Now this is that pearlescent blue that I was talking about, and I seriously like I can't get over it. I just want to look at it.
um, let's see. Sarah says, I do love Creative Fabrica as well. I probably downloaded way too much stuff. I know. At some point you do too many fonts, right? What's the name of the
That's
glue you
me.
use? We both use Barely Art glue.
Mm-hmm.
And Barely Art glue, you can use the Useless Crafter. That will get you 10% off. Or you can just get it from 12 by 12 cardstock shop while you're ordering all your other papers. So here's my star in the red, and then here's my star in the gold. I just love my gold. And I love this color combo, like the gold with the pinks, like all the different pinks, and then a splash of red in there. This is just, I don't know. I'm not going to do any more of these red ones, even though this foil is so pretty.
So I just got the glitter swatch book for 12 by 12.
Yeah.
All the sequin ones, I just want to take them all home.
Well,
Like,
did
all
you
of them.
buy the combo pack? Because the combo pack gives you, I think, 1 or 2 sheets of each color.
Oh,
They have that one. But also, were you surprised? Okay, so like one, I love the swatch kit. If you don't have the swatch kit, I highly recommend buying it.
yeah.
So this is what it looks like. Here's mine.
Okay.
I was really surprised. Well, okay. So when I went to the 12 by 12 cardstock warehouse, there's a whole like wall of glitter cardstock. And I remember when I saw it, I was like, I didn't know these look so much better in person and obviously in the swatch kit than they do online. So
Yeah.
I was shocked at how many options I had up here that I really like. Um, it just doesn't look that good online. Like I never bought it online. And so I love those colors. But yeah, I mean, once you get to this though,
Well,
it's just so pretty.
they really are. They really sparkle and I love them. There's it's not glitter, but I got one of their scrap, they have the scrap kits,
Yeah.
and there was this black in there and I was like, "What is this?" And I had to message Michelle and I was like, color is this?" Because I am like loving it. I'm not kidding you. Like I was like, "Ooh, what is this?" It's the
Right?
the black plike. So it's like plastic like cardstock. And let me actually grab it really quick because I just couldn't get over it. It looks so cool.
Oh,
It's so simple,
show,
but so cool.
show us the details. Let's see.
Okay, so me, I am big on like gaming. I get a lot of gamer orders. So for me, this black was just like it's plastic
Okay,
like.
hold. Oh, I did get a sample of that, and I don't think I've really used it.
I love this. Like, I mean, I know it's smooth, and it's like kind of basic, but it's so cool because like when you actually
It's
see it
different.
in person,
Yeah.
yeah, and the way that it feels, I'm like it almost reminds me of like a chalkboard. Um, and I like it for like I want to transition some of my gamer stuff to use this instead of using just regular black cardstock. So
Well,
that was one cool.
just from like when you were touching it, you can hear that it is different than regular cardstock.
It is. It's. I mean,
See, that's how you you know when you're like a paper, like a cardstock connoisseur, right? Like even the sound is different and you can recognize it.
Yep.
I will show you what I bought recently. My latest purchase from 12 by 12. Okay, don't laugh. Because it's only a few, it's like a few of the same thing. So this is the Mary foil board. So it's this, it's the red. It's so pretty. And I know it's a sucky comparison right now because I love the gold sequins so much and it feels like it pales in comparison. But when you have a pop of this, which I used on my peppermint one. When I went back and used and did this with regular red cardstock, which I normally would use all the time, like a crimson or a basil red, um, it did not it just didn't work for me anymore. Like this is so pretty and it holds itself up next to the glitter white cardstock, which I feel like sometimes, like once you start mixing cardstock, like sometimes one is definitely feels like the plain one. And in this case, it's so pretty, right? You know what I'm talking
No, I know
about.
exactly what you
And
mean.
sometimes you want the plainness, right? Because then you can recognize like, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. But so I ordered this. This is the assortment pack so that you can see all the different colors in it. But I knew I already liked this one, so I ordered a whole pack of it. Um, and then I also ordered the greens that I want to use for Christmas. And you can see like, oh my gosh, you can see how reflective
Sure.
it is because you can see me in it.
I
It's
love
so pretty. But let me show you some other colors. I haven't even opened it. Okay.
I'm a cardstock hoarder.
I know. We're just kind of like, we stopped crafting and we just started talking about paper. But here
I
are
love
all the colors.
paper though. Like I'm just like, yay, it makes me happy.
This makes such a difference. And it's nice because sometimes, like when you're using like a blue, for instance, you need a different, like just a different pop, like whether it's the texture is different. And in this case, it's the texture and the look and feel. But
Nice
I
black.
love this one's black. Let me double check yeah, this one's black. And then I love the fact that there's sort of like the gold and the copper, but it feels like it's not that bright gold. So it's in that shade of brown more. So I just love it. And I love this, like, I think this is gunmetal. It's like the dark gray. I don't know. I love it. So anyway, that is my latest shipment from 12 by 12. All right, let me go back to this. Sarah says, honestly, I would go broke shopping on 12 by 12. I just add everything to my cart and hate when I have to pick some things out because I'm over purchasing.
They
Well,
have buy now or shop now, pay later.
I know, right? No, that would be awful. That would be so awful. The feeling of having to um but I think as long as you use the paper and it's an okay purchase. Like don't hoard it. Actually use it.
Paper hoarder. I like to order a bunch of different ones and then be like, okay, what am I going to use it for?
How are you doing on your thing?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm doing good.
You're good.
I have 4 of these done.
You're so good.
I'm debating on whether I'm going to put them on their stockings or if I'm going to put them on their actual like gift bags. And then
Oh, the stockings would be so cute. I saw, isn't that the picture that you posted when you did the story?
I have, yeah, I made, so right now I have the ones for my boys. I did them in like the traditional Christmas colors.
Mhm.
And my son actually, when I was cutting these, he was looking at theirs and he's like, how come ours is just Christmas colors? He's like, I want mine to be like different. So I might have to just like recut his and stick it either on his gift bag, or I don't know if he wants me to swap it out on his stocking, because I do use these on the stockings. Every year I make like little simple tags for the stocking. Some people use like wood to put the names on, or, you know, different
Uh-huh.
things. I like to switch them out and just do something new like every year.
Oh, you're so good.
I just,
I've Mine is a one and done. What foil pack is that? It is this one right here. I'm gonna show you. It's the Mary 12 by 12 foil board. It's so pretty. You know, I would say in general, like um for the sequin glitter cardstock and for the foil board, I would get the sampler package because you get every color and you can decide what you like from it. And all the colors are pretty. I would say for both, I can vouch for that. I think it's great to get. And if you I do get credit when you guys buy from my link. So if you go to my Instagram page or any of my affiliate pages that design for 12 by 12, I love it. I love them.
they're awesome. I also, oh, this one, for the black, it was a different glitter. And if you can see, it kind of has like silver speckles in it.
Uh-huh.
And
Where
they're black. I think it's called Starry Night.
Ew. I
I
don't
know.
have that one.
It's really pretty. I was like, oh, I don't know why I only grabbed one sheet. I think I meant to grab a pack and it was just one. But look at how pretty that is.
That's really pretty. It just makes a difference, I'm telling you.
It does. Okay. And this one is the pearlescent, or the Nina Star Dream one. And
Uh-huh.
it's like the citron. I know they have different, like the shimmer is different. I think they have one that's like quartz and it has kind of more of a like silver kind of like shimmer, and this one is citron and
Mm-hmm.
it's more of a gold shimmer on the white. And I
Oh,
like this one.
I love it. I love having those options, you know? Like sometimes it does make a difference. I mean, many times it doesn't, right? Many times it's just beautiful no matter what. But sometimes depending on what your theme is, like you do need that extra layer. It makes a difference in what color it is.
Yeah.
So April, what are we going to craft next month for 12 by 12?
I don't
I'm
know.
just assuming that you're going to go on with me again.
I will. What should we make?
So, should we jump ahead and start doing Valentine's Day stuff? Because I love
I'm
Valentine's
I'm
Day.
down. Okay, so you're gonna laugh at me, but I remember how you guys were talking about that getting lucky workshop that you're gonna
Yeah,
go see.
yeah.
Okay, so I thought you were talking about doing a Valentine's getting lucky workshop. So I thought
I
you were gonna do that.
really, oh my gosh. So earlier this year, we did do, it was a Valentine's, it was a Galentine's Day. I love Galentine's Day. Like it's just one of my favorites. I really wanted to do another one for Valentine's Day, but I was worried that I wouldn't have moved in time. And we couldn't make the dates work. So we moved it to sort of, so we moved it to March for one. And then, yeah, that's so funny though that you thought it was a get lucky in that
That's what I
sense.
was talking about, like the little corsets and lingerie SVGs that they have. I know they have some on Cricut Design Space, and that's why I was like, oh, okay, that's what, I had that in mind. No, I was like
No.
way off. Oop.
Oh my gosh, no. I'm thinking of like shamrocks in all shades of pink with a hint of green and gold. And here you are thinking dirty. I love it. I love it. Barbara's asking, which foam tape do we use? I'm using Barely Arts, their pack. So this is their Cubies pack. I'll show you what it looks like. And I love it because it comes in 4 sheets. You get 4 different sheets. One sheet is the strips, and it's in 1/8 of an inch, and then one sheet is a fourth of an inch. And then, oh shoot, I need to hold on. Sorry, let me plug in my laptop. I see it's about to die. Okay. Okay, yeah. The light went back on. I'm like, oh my god. So it's 1/4 of an inch and 1/8 of an inch in strips and in squares. So I feel like, oh shoot, I put it down when I already. So I love it, and it's super super sticky. So I know I reinforce the openings, but I don't reinforce anything else. I love it.
And I use Barely Arts also, but in this instance, I'm using Nancy from Fanciful Chaos. I love
Oh,
her foam. This is the tall foam strips, or not the strips, sorry, but the rolls. I like to use Lilac because I am Lilac. That's my name.
because I am.
And then I also, for the extra thin ones, I like to get these. I get these rolls on Amazon. They're like, I want to say $6.99, $8.99, and it comes with like 3. But what I like about these is that they're like extra skinny, and I use these a lot for when I'm doing my font.
You know
And
what? I recognize that package. I think Josie uses that one as well.
yeah, and then I cut it in half. Um, I seen Claudia do it, cut it in half, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, why didn't I not think of that? That was like genius.
Oh, you
But
know what? You're right. It is Claudia instead. I was like, it was one of my workshops and it was Claudia.
mhm.
So here's my other one. Oh, yeah. Someone's asking if your project is in Design Space. Yes. So you should follow both of us in Design Space. I feel like we're going to be doing a lot of these together.
Yeah.
So that way you'll have your projects ready. I this year all my presents, well, all the ones that I really want to, do for my friends and stuff. This is going to be their gift tag. So I will be doing names like this. So I love it.
And then I did these for some of the kids.
They're so cute. So adorable.
I'm loving all the specialty paper. Normally, I would have just used like, the textured paper. I'm not too big of a fan of like smooth paper. I
Uh-huh.
textured, but I'm so glad that I decided to use all the specialty papers for these because it just totally elevates the look of them. I mean, look at that.
It's really pretty. So adorable.
Thanks.
Let me see. Okay, I just want to make sure I answered all the questions. Okay. I think we're good. Did you hear the laughing?
That is cute.
It's two 8-year-olds laughing. Barbara's saying that she can't find you in Design Space. How do we search for you?
Mine should be under my name, just Lilac Peaches Handmade.
She did search for that.
Hmm.
Barbara, can you find me? Because if you find me, can you see who I follow? Because I only follow a handful of people. So, oh, I only follow 4. So Lilac Peaches, let me go to her page. So it's Lilac Peaches space handmade. So it's 2
Oh,
words.
I didn't even know I
And
put space there. Sorry, guys.
yeah.
And I put instructions on mine and which font I used on there. So I did use for these. I did use one of the Cricut Design Space fonts. I think it's like BFC Christmas cards. I feel like it was like, in the holly jolly spirit. So we never discussed what are we gonna do for Valentine's Day then?
Oh, right. We got sidetracked. Got sidetracked. Let's do something. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do, but I let's do something for Valentine's Day. You know what we should do? Okay, we we need to organize. Okay, I don't know how you feel about this, so maybe it's not a good idea, but we need to organize like a brunch or something, and then when we go, whoever comes, we should like exchange crafts. Like that way I get something that you made and then you
That
know,
would
you
be
get something
sweet.
that I made. And it doesn't necessarily have to be something big. Like it doesn't have to be like a full-on cake topper, but like even one of these tags, right? Like it would just be something small, something easy that we can exchange. But I like to
No,
get
that's
and
super
feel
cute.
and right? Okay. So maybe we could
I'm
do like a Valentine's Day like little exchange thing. And I don't know. Maybe we can do like a Southern California meetup or something.
I'm always down for that.
Okay.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I wish there was somewhere we could go where we could like bake pizzas, do like heart shaped pizzas, and make it make an event out of it. Like do a whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
Pizza, mimosas, crafting. It's all part of it.
That would be so cute. I know. Well, we got to think of something. I think that would be so fun. And then, of course, are you going to go to Texas? I know it's kind of
I, you know,
far.
it's kind of far. I want to. If I can plan ahead and try to figure it out, I'm considering it. I was talking about it to my husband the other day, and he was like, "What? To craft?" And I was like, "Yes, please, let's go."
Yeah, we have our planning session coming up. Like what else we want to do? Because it I mean, obviously, you're not going to take my workshop, but the workshop is probably just limited to like 15 seats, and I'm only doing one workshop. So it's going to be limited in that sense. But if you come, we're going to do like a social meetup. And I also want to kind of like within that thing, do something for Cards for Cubs, because I know Fairly Art kind of kicks it off during that time. So I would love it like for a free event, like you come to the workshop or whatever, and then the next day maybe like we can all make cards for cubs, like for the foster
Ooh,
kids, and then we can hang out and like maybe we could do like I don't know, like mimosas and and card making or something. I don't know. But that's kind of what I was thinking. So I mean, I know like you know, for you guys, you're not going to take my workshop, um, but I still want to make it worthwhile, like and fun. So like I'm trying to plan like somewhat of an like a whole weekend kind of thing.
that
And
would be.
last time, yeah, I kind of want to do that because last time I had actually like three students in the workshop that flew from California, and so they took. But last time they I had three different workshops happening that weekend. They took all three, like they hung out with me all weekend. So I
That's
want to still do
cool.
something like that, but just one workshop this time because it's a lot to do to put on three workshops.
Yeah. And then Josie's Christmas, her project. Oh my God, I'm like dead.
Okay,
Dead.
yes, I know.
So
It
adorable.
is so good. I mean, so she sent us the her picture of just like a functioning music box, right? And we were all like, "Oh my god." But she did it, cuz it was her like prototype. It was in plain colors, nothing extra. It was just the fact that like it was a box and it had a spinning ballerina and the music worked. And then when she put together all her details on top of that, it was so good. Everything about it is so good. I love her.
I love it. It's seriously so amazing. I can't wait to do that.
Okay, I did the same confetti and I just love my gold. Oh, and we're done. I actually have to like be done today right at 7. So thank you for joining me today
Thank you for having
again.
me.
And then for everyone on, thank you so much. I hope you guys have fun making these for Christmas this season. And join us next month where we're going to do some more crafting. But don't forget to sign up for 12 by 12 Christmas, 12 by 12 cardstock, card, 12 by 12 cardstock shop, cardstock crafting, right? 12
12
days of
by
Christmas.
12, 12 days of 12 by 12 cardstock shop, 12 days of Christmas.
Yes. Because April and I have really cute projects. It's free and it's so fun. I love all the projects that I've seen so far. I don't even know who all 12 are. Like,
No, either. I can't wait to see. I know quite a few of them, and I've seen some of them, and I'm like, that's so cute. I love it. I can't wait, and then I can't wait
and
to
it's
see.
starting this week. So it's
Yes,
starting at the end of the week. So you do have just a few more
Friday.
days. Make sure you sign up so that you don't miss out on any of the projects. And later, when this video posts, I will go back into the description and I will post all the links to our profiles to purchase, the cardstock, and then also to the free event. But all right, good night, guys.
All right, bye.
Thank you, April.
Thanks,